What is going on? I'm zmoT, and we are on the TMoz account. Sorry, I slept in a little bit. Actually, I didn't. I was up at the crack of dawn taking my kids fishing. Holy crow, by the way. I'm not good at waking up at the crack of dawn. Today is Imitation Game, but wait, there's more. Let's get into a little sneaka peeka. Look at this. The Lazortrons are coming with the trader today, so you definitely want to pay attention to that trader thingy-majigger. Now, Lazortrons, obviously, you know how these work. Nothing has changed here. This is the dev build action. Maybe drop some medics with them. That tends to be the best way to go. Maybe 3 boats medics, 5 boats Lazortrons, and then just ruin everyone's lives. You know the deal. They're fantastically strong and amazing. Nothing new here. These are the exact same Lazortrons everyone has loved all along, so we will leave that in the dust. You get the basic idea. Lazortrons, awesomeness, and sneak peek-ish. Here's your timer for that. 5 hours or so right now, a little bit less by the time you watch this, or maybe they've already arrived for you. Anyways, we're going to do Imitation Game. Because of the tribes that I have, I'm going to show you a different attack strategy after we do this that's working extremely well for me. That's sort of silly and dumb, but just works. What we're going to do first is we'll start out with, we'll use Grenadiers until we can't use Grenadiers, and then we'll switch off. Maybe we can get all the stages, don't know, but for now, let's get into it. VP is dropping pretty steadily, 286. I'd love to be able to hit 250. Why I'm dropping VP, you ask? I'm just taking it as a challenge at this point. I'm just trying to see how low we can go. How low can you go? Maybe we'll do some, what is that? What's that called? With the bar and the back bending and the Futurama. What is that? Limbo. The limbo. Yes, we'll do the limbo with my VP. For those of you who don't know, I feel like this is sort of a bit weird. I know that I show a lot of HQ18, XP46 stuff on here, but I primarily play my main account, which is Crystal Bomb Chicka Wow Wow. My main account is a max 65 doing duplexity. I am not a complete noob. I do have higher level accounts. I just tend to show mid-level stuff as it tends to be helpful. And the thing is, anyone can copy an HQ18 account. Not everyone can copy a max level account. So if you're looking for a task force, don't just jump into Triangle 9 with your level 45 player and think you'll be able to hang, because it's not going to happen. We do have task forces for every single level along the way, though, with professional players and teachers. And I don't know what people always define themselves as pro. I don't know what actually makes you a pro. First thing we do when we ask people when they join is how good they are. Anyone who says they're a pro usually is not all that good. Typically people who say they're pretty good are usually the ones you want to look for. It's kind of strange that way. People's ability to judge their own abilities, a Dunner-Kruger effect, I believe it's called. Nonetheless, we're going to try our hand with baby Grens. These are level 1 Grens with level 2 medics for those of you playing along at home. We're going to get rid of the sniper tower because it will probably one-shot my stuff. But otherwise, we should be good to go. Yeah, I took my kids fishing this morning at 6 a.m. It was early. I don't really like early, so I made sure to get a couple good pictures of the kids doing things so that I remember it fondly. I don't know if you guys do that kind of thing where, like, anytime I do something where it's like, God, I don't want to wake up at 5 something, try and get a good picture, try and savor the moment, and that way when you look back upon it, it'll be like, yeah, that was pretty good, I'll do that again. And then you wake up and you're like, man, it's too early. And I realize some of you out there are rolling your eyes at me. Oh, we can take this down with just Everspark. We have done this many, many times. I think we've done this base. I want to say we have beaten this base. I'm going to go with 4 times. I think that is about right. We're going to just flare all the way back. The Grenadiers are not required. You can just beat this with just Everspark. There is no need whatsoever to have Grenadiers. But I'm bringing Grenadiers just to speed things up a little bit, because otherwise it's going to take forever and you're going to have to listen to me babble about my how hard it is to get up at 5 something in the morning. Let's carry on with the clearings. Everspark can do this all by herself if you want to do that for the lols. We have done that too many times though, so we're going to send back 1 boat of Grenadiers, and I will use all of my GBE to try to speed things up. And if you're wondering why I'm using it on buildings, you actually do more damage to the core by destroying 4 buildings or 2.5 buildings than you do just throwing barrages on the core usually. That's because I have baby GBE. And away goes the core. So yeah, hopefully things are good with you guys. Lazortrons are exciting. I really do enjoy the prototypes. I just want the prototypes to be here for 1 crab. Please, Supercell, give us a prototype crab. That would be amazingly awesome. Let's press the remote button. Everspark's going to go on a bit of a walkabout. I think that's an Australian term, perhaps, a walkabout. And of course, she goes for the cannon instead of sniper, so she was going to get wrecked there, but we're all good. Goodbye, Growlvik. I wonder what Growl stands for. What's the period there for? Did I mention we got a crystal on attack number 1? That was magical. Let's go. Stage 5 of 7. This is going to take some work. We're going to get rid of this rocket launcher, partially because it's amped and I have level 1 Grenadiers, and partially because I can then shock the what's it called with the other what's it called. Now look at my barrage to artillery ratio. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Always make sure you do better than that. And now we're going to just drop over here. Hopefully Everspark will get us some critters before too long. And I probably need to get rid of that boom mine though. If that machine gun turns, it's going to be a bad time, but we should be okay. Gonna get rid of you, and we'll shock you guys. And that should about do it. That should about do it. I got enough GBE for some stuff. We need to get over here. Ah, flare was too late. Lost a dude to that boom mine. That was a bit sad. Poor dude. Now let's get a shock over here before that dude does some more stuff, and we'll just I need to get rid of you guys, please. Damage amps can be a pain in the butt because damage amps have a ton of health and your troops will sit there shooting at damage amps, Grenadiers specifically, instead of actually shooting useful targets. So we probably could have beaten this with just Everspark as well, smoking all the way to the back, because as you can see there's not a lot back here, but I missed that opportunity. So maybe you want to do that. I missed it though. So let's get all the way back here through this dude's rainforest. Fizzizzy, you are your base needs some work. Maybe it'd be really, really cool if Imitation Game had like a theme, like shielded bases or all back bases or all corner bases, so you could like work on the easy ones to start with, get your strategy. You know what I mean? Like all back left bases. I never thought of that before. That'd be kind of cool. But sadly, Imitation Game is forgotten. Now, one of the cool things that I had never thought about that Mike38, I think it's Mike38, brought up is, have you ever noticed that Hammerman Defends does not have Cryoneers? Now, let me know in the comments why you think that is. My theory is they forgot to add them after Hammerman was set up, and then Cryoneers were added, but never added to Hammerman Defends. If you have a different strategy, maybe you think that maybe Cryoneers would make it too difficult to defend, please do let me know. Oh, speaking of difficult to defend, I cannot... this is going to be terrible. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop in... Now, realistically, this is not a base that I should be using Grenadiers on, but I'm just going to drop in a couple rifles. And that's a bit of a sneak peek for what I'm going to be doing later on. This is stage 6, so if we fail, it's not the end of the world. We'll just have to solo it. My GBE will just not work against that, whatever that's called, grappler. It'll take too much. It'll take like all of my GBE to get rid of it. So I'm just going to plan on shocking it as long as I possibly can. Might be a bad call. Probably could have just barraged it, but instead... we're going to go straight for it and hopefully be able to shock it long enough that it's not an issue. So we're going to drop Everspark first. We're going to get rid of the shocking things. There's the shock. There's one more shock just for the moment. as all of our stuff runs up into range. Come on, there's the shock. Oh man. The rifle dudes are not self-healing rifle dudes. These are standard issue rifle dudes. So we're going to be in a bit of trouble here. Need to get closer to that thingy-majigger there in the middle. We're going to just flare it. Flare it. Get it, get it, get it. I'm going to push the button at the same time. Hopefully Everspark can help us out a little bit. I think I'm doomed. I don't think we have enough GBE where we can do anything useful at this point. I don't think. Maybe our critters will help us a little bit, but otherwise I think we're in a world of pain. There we go. Everspark gonna die. We've got some... Oh, we've got a chance. We've got a chance. Come on. Oh, look at that. The machine gun kept us alive for a second or two, but we have no critters, and there is a boom cannon in range, so we are doomed. I think we got 2 boom cannons just eating our troops, so maybe should have dropped the rifle dudes a bit later on after the flamethrower went down, but we're done. Done. Just a tea party right dead center. Goodbye, tea party. One more. Oh no. Oh, there we go. So not great, but not bad. Whatever. Stage 6. We'll just have to solo Stage 7. That's not the end of the world. That is what we're here for anyways. Might as well have some lulls along the way. Let's barrage here. And now we'll just drop all of our stuff along the right wall. And let me know in the comments how that could have been done any better. I don't know off the top of my head. I think that we probably should have... That could have been done better for sure. Probably should have dropped the rifles a bit later, and or just barred out the probably should have just barred out the grappler from the start. These are kind of the things that I kind of have decided to turn my brain off a little bit on some of these attacks just to get viewer feedback, and because it makes for better, like, I think it makes for better exciting things when you fail sometimes, just because everyone knows how to do it the right way, but do it the wrong way. That's the trick. That's the trick. Lots and lots of resources. Let's just top up our raw crystals. Bam, 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 bam. We're full. Okay, perfect. Now, let's have a look at Stage 7. I almost hit attack. That would have been tragic, probably. Let's see here. So, oh, this is the one that I have definitely soloed this in the past with a heavy Zooka attack at the back. But it is not an easy attack at all. I remember I used a heavy Zooka attack back here, and it was very, very difficult. I think the chances of me finishing this are about zilch, nada. There's no spot where we can park Grenadiers out of the range of that shock blaster. I think we're doomed. I think we are fully doomed. This is a decent warrior base, but too much GBE, and those mines will ruin my low-level warriors. That Doom Cannon, if we can stay against the wall somehow, maybe? Ugh, this is going to be gross. Tons and tons. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something a bit... I don't think I have any chance of beating this. So what I'm going to try to do is do some... I think this is probably the wrong way to do it. But I think what I'm going to do here is go like this. I'm going to get Everspark up to there. Hopefully she stays underneath the smoke. I'm going to press the button and go to there and try to get there in like one smoke. There we go. Now, I can get rid of these 2 rocket launchers for very, very inexpensive amounts of GBE. 1, 2... And now I can maybe, just maybe, get a little bit lucky and stay to the right wall and see what we can do with our Grenadiers and rifle combos. See, the rifles are going to get that initial sniper down probably, hopefully. And then maybe that other sniper just to give us a bit of breathing room. And then we're going to just hug this right wall as long as we possibly can and try our best to keep our rifle dudes alive. And hopefully our Grenadiers We'll clear some mines. I don't have high hopes for this, but this is about all I could think of on short notice. So, oh, that sniper tower just one-shotting our troops. I was about to say that we just lost Everspark, but obviously we lost Everspark quite some time ago. Now the Grenadiers are going to bunch up, and that cannon on the left right there is probably going to take out some of them. So I'm going to drop a smoke right in front, right about there. Just hoping to get that down so we can come down into here. Oh, it didn't go down. Shucks. There we go. Now we're still in the hunt. Uh-oh, we're losing our medics though. Our medics are getting shot from behind, and we still haven't dealt with that shock blaster back there. So let's do that now. Boom cannons don't have Everspark or her universal remote, so we're going to be in a world of pain in about 10 seconds. 9, 8. Boom cannon is going to be gone though, which is a big help. And now we're into painful waiting game against the, what is that called? Oh, Doom Cannon. First, yeah, see that mortar is one-shotting our Grenadiers. Shock launcher did not go down. I mean, it might have worked if we didn't have level 1 Grenadiers, but getting one shot by the mortar did not help. Come on, Grenadier. 3, 2, splat. Oh, look at that. We're still alive. Still alive. Game over. Okay, so stage 7. You probably want to solo stage 6. Don't fail on stage 6 like I did. It's a bad idea. Let's retreat and stop wasting time here. Goodbye, medics. Should have left them to have a tea party there, but I don't want to subject you guys to that ridiculous silliness. All 7 stages, imitation game. Got to see them, didn't get to beat it. Now we're going to switch quickly here off of this account, and we will use what is my favorite troop loadout for this tribe. Now, it's ridiculous, it's silly, but the fact is, it works, and it works pretty darn well. I cleared my map with it yesterday, was going to upload a video, and then I just got bored and didn't upload it. So this is the tribe loadout that I'm using. The rifles clear themselves, no need for medics, and then all of your Grenadiers just stay alive in the background. Imitation game, take number deuce. Hoping to not drop a deuce. Oh man, I can't even say it with a straight face. Let's get into here. Barraging. Now, obviously, this is a max level account. We could essentially just drop our troops and close the game, and that's what I do. Typically, did not get a crystal though. Did not get a crystal. That's a bit of a sad trombone right there. Just a reminder: Lazortrons are coming. Imitation Game would love an improvement of it. Supercell, please fix it. Please fix it. That would be amazing. And come join our task forces. I think every task force is hurting for members right now. Summertime, duplexity, crab burnout. There are lots and lots of reasons, but please don't. If you're in a bad task force, please get out. I can't stress that enough. Even if you come to our task forces and find you don't like it, just change task forces. Like, if your task force has like 14 missed attacks, or if your task force has a bunch of people with 0 intel, or if you have your chat log goes back more than 1 day, you probably need to find a new task force. It's that simple. Like, there are just way too many fantastic task forces out there filled with fantastic people to just rot in your existing task force. And I mean, if there's you and your 5 best friends, we can find room for you. Just let us know. Let us know what level you're at, how much powder you have, what you're looking for. We have a spot for you. We have no boost task forces. We have full boost task forces. We have beginner task forces. We have teaching task forces. All of the stuff. We have a spot for you. Come play with us. Hit me up in the comments. As long as you're not a complete jerk, or as long as you're willing to learn. Like, we do not have a tank medic task force, I don't think, but we do have task forces for people who have played tank medic forever and want to learn to get better on operations. That's our main goal, is to get better, have fun, and be social. Like, please, let's go. get away from the terrible task forces. There's no need to play in a task force where you're sitting there just shaking your head because 14 people didn't attack, or Jimmy has not gotten intel or played in 6 weeks but hasn't been kicked yet. Like, the kick feature is something that is important to keep task forces healthy, and anytime we kick someone, it's usually with a note that says something like, hey, life probably got busy, come back at any point, and let's hang out again. Call me, baby. Let's keep going. Stage 5. Imitation Game, as you can see, for max level accounts, is not something terribly difficult, which is both a blessing and a curse. It's easy resources, it's easy to attack, and it's lots of free upgrades. I'm not even going to use any shocks here. We're just going to walk through it, and I'll just keep throwing critters and maybe a med kit here. Actually, I don't even need med kits because these dudes heal themselves. Look at them healing themselves. Like, let's watch here. Come on. Heal. Oh, nothing's hitting them even. Where? Oh, all the critters are doing all the stuff. So, stage 5, just easy. Main level. This is why I don't show max level accounts doing Imitation Game, because it doesn't take any. I've used 0 shocks, and we're just crushing all of the things. I don't know if that's going to happen when we hit stage 6 or 7, but I'm going to assume that it will. Let me know. Oh, by the way, fishing. Do you guys fish? Any of you fish? Do you fish for bass or for trout or ocean fish? We were out using, I guess it's called kind of like power bait. I don't know what the actual name of it was, but looking for trout and fishing on a lake. But basically just they were casting and reeling for the first bit, and then after that they threw some bobbers on, and just basically I just wanted them to learn how to cast. And they did a great job and progressed pretty quickly, and I was pretty happy with it. But let me know what you use, and do you go off land or in a boat? I just sold my boat, so boat is not really an option at the moment. But and we basically went to this unoccupied dock because I didn't want my kids to be throwing, like hooking someone's eye out or something like that. That's why boats kind of scare me with the kids for the moment. But I think they're getting to the point where they're ready to rock and roll. And if you have kids that fish, what do you do with them? Do you take them to like fishing platforms where lots of people? Look at that, just healing through the pain. Very, very easy stage 6. 0 shocks used, basically 0 GBE used, no smoke, just rifles and Grenadiers. And if you're asking yourself why I'm using rifles and Grenadiers at this point, sorry, I should have explained this earlier. This is the meta. This is the tribes. We've got Grenadiers throwing fast and riflemen healing themselves, and it just makes life so easy. And you don't lose Grenadiers, you only lose rifles, and rifles load quickly and they're cheap and all of those sorts of things. So we're just going to drop in behind. Why I'm using Everspark is that she throws lots of critters, which keeps our rifles alive and clears a bunch of mines, and we should be good to go with these rifle dudes because they heal themselves pretty darn well. I have been taking down some icy bases and using rifles to keep Grenadiers and tanks alive. Like, just rifles getting hit by shock launchers, getting hit by rocket launchers, and just staying alive without any difficulty. Now, we're going to have some problems not using any shocks when it comes to that shock blaster, so I guess I probably should just throw some GBE on it and we'll BART it out, because not shocking it will not go terribly well. Now, obviously, the rifles cannot heal themselves when they are shocked, so that is one of the things you need to look out for. Otherwise, look at this, just... And they also don't heal themselves when they're walking, so you got to be a little bit careful there as well. That's why we're throwing tons and tons of critters. And at this point, let's throw a remote out just for a moment. See, a little bit easier with a main level account. No smoke, no shocks, just complete, silly disaster wrecking crews. Let's get one more remote out. Do we have time for a remote? Nope. Remote did not go out. So let's shock the core now that it's down. Let's throw a smoke. Oh, neither of them landed. So that's it. Imitation Game. All of the stages. All of the things. Lazortrons. Fishing talk. waking up early talk. Little bit late. Need more coffee. So that's it. Thanks for coming in. Hit me up in the comments. Say hello. Come join our task forces. Join my Patreon crew. I don't know if I have anything else to cover. I think that's it. Pretty busy. Thanks for coming in. As always, I am zmoT, as it says up there in the corner. Talk to you soon. I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to the in-laws, going to sit by their pool for a week, so you might not hear from me much. I will do my best to upload videos, though. Sorry, summertime, all that sort of fun stuff. I shall talk to you all very, very soon, though. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.